Okay. Might be just trying to speed run this today, you know? But we'll see. Okay. Let me tell you the legend of this island. It's a story of tragic love, which is set on this very island. All of its characters bearing very familiar names, though the action itself takes place in the distant past. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. In an age when when gods ruled and evil ran rampant, this area was still part of the mainland. Yeah. And a young man named Setsuna lived here. He's the protagonist of this story. And he's the protagonist of this story too. Setsuna was secretly in love with a girl named Oharine. Please pay attention. Oh crap, this girl is not fucking around, dude. Okay. But I can't help but think of her when you mention that name. It's just a story, a work of fiction. Is it a work of fiction now? No identification with actual person should be inferred. Yeah, I know, go on. Sora takes a deep breath and returns to the story. And Rin secretly loves Setsuna too. I hope the romance just picks up, dude. Cause like, if they're to just drop the bomb on us, I wouldn't be convinced. Setsuna-san. Okay, no need to give me that look. I'm trying to listen properly. I swear this guy's immature as fuck, dude. Anyways, yeah. Karen's already turned her back to us, even though her name hasn't come up yet. I suppose it'll appear soon enough. However, someone found out about the relationship, and that someone was Kurutsu Karen. Oh, shit. Okay. Woohoo, there she is. Let's find this guy. Do you want me to stop? No, I can't stand cliffhangers. Tell me the whole story. Alright. Sarah resumes her tale. Karen didn't approve of the relationship because she was also in love with Setsuna. Oh, Karen's shoulders are shaking. Sorry, I didn't catch that word. Can you repeat it? Karen was also in love with Setsuna. One more time. Karen was also in love. No, you're just doing it on purpose. Whoops, she looks angry. Would it be alright if I move on? Hold on. Can you spell out exactly why Karen loves Setsuna? This guy's crazy. Jeez, enough already. Let me just cut to the chase. Karen asked the witch to break the two of them up. And so the witch cast a curse on them. Wait a minute, I think you skipped over something. I don't really follow. Why would Karen suddenly want to tear them apart? Just how in love with Setsuna is she? What's wrong with this guy? We're not talking about you. Everyone's getting the wrong idea, fam. Like, are these guys immature? They can't. Whatever. Leaving Karen aside, Setsuna and Rin didn't really do anything wrong, did they? Actually, they did. Why is she glaring at me like that? Oh, everyone. Setsuna and Rin were related by blood. They were family. Of course they're family, man. What else would I expect from a story like this? Of course they're family, man. They had to be related by blood. Incest was forbidden then, just as it is now. Earlier still, it might have been tolerated to some extent, especially in smaller settlements, but if its existence became public knowledge, it would ultimately bring ruin to the community. Yeah. It was tolerated. The fuck? Okay. It must have been a difficult decision, but Karen did it to protect the village. Sure she did. What kind of curse was it? The witch transformed Rinne's face into that of a monstrous beast that the girl might never again be loved. Fraught with anguish, Rinne decided to take her own life. Wow, that's awful. I wonder if the curse loosed on Rinne in the story is actually standing for Soup Blight Syndrome. If that's the case, then the story is probably intended to explain the origins of the disease. Left all alone, Setsuna asked Sora for advice, and she told him to travel to another island. Where the witch was said to dwell. In the story I know, it was Sarah who banished the cursed wind and Setsuna from the island. There seems to be several versions of the tale. It's been handed down since time immemorial, after all. The story gets embellished depending on who's telling it. That's how it goes with most folk tales. After Setsuna arrived on the witch's island, he entered into a contract with her. The witch promised to bring Rina back to life. He said that if the two were reunited, the curse would be lifted, though she didn't say how many decades, how many centuries that might take. So in order to stop time for himself, Setsuna decided to enter a deep sleep encased in ice and wait for Rina to be reborn. At what price though would he do it? Did they say? Though he may what? Though she okay, whatever. As Setsuna watched over the world from his icy den, he eventually became known as the guardian of all the cosmos, perhaps explaining the religious ring of his name to modern Japanese ears. Anyway, that concludes the legend of Sensenkai Setsuna. To be honest, I didn't really get it. They dwell too much on shit that's happening. Like, fam, just do what you gotta do, you know? Something about it doesn't feel right. I guess because it's so open-ended. Did they live happily ever after? The legend that's been passed down here on the island doesn't say. It's possible that part of the story was lost in the course of its transmission. Personally though, I interpret it this way. The key to the story lies in their names. Rina refers to the concept of samsara, the endless cycle of death and rebirth. Setsuna refers to its opposite, living in the moment. Setsuna chose to stay frozen in that one instant. I imagine that they're still out there waiting to meet again even now. Even now, possibly from here on out as well, forever. Whoa, that hits me right in the feels. Don't make fun of it, please. Damn, this little girl is way more mature than this guy sometimes. So how does that all relate to the three families? The part about the three families was likely added to the legend much later. When people from other villages learned of Rina, apparently cursed with Soup Light Syndrome, they began persecuting the entire community. Oh, wow, dude, I'm not surprised, dude. Asians are like really fucking close-minded, you know? They're always saying, oh, do this, do that, or a bunch of other stuff. And the rest is history as I explained it to you before. The two families bonded together their powers in an effort to protect the village. Not just the village, they were also hoping to protect Setsuna, who was still sleeping in the ice, and Rina, who would one day be born again. In fact, you could say that's for their sake that the two families still exist. A pair of lovers torn apart because of the one sin they committed. What do you mean the one sin they committed? Bro, that's... You have so many people in the world to fucking love. You have millions of people in the world that you can fall in love with. Just not your fucking blood relatives, dude. I don't know, man. The people forgave them, though, and their distant descendants still wish for the pair's happiness. I guess so. Through the ages, that wish has taken many different forms, but the two lovers' name continue to be passed down. That part remains unchanged. When you think about it like that, it really is a pretty little fable. What a load of bull. I bet the three families just made the whole thing up to justify their position on the island. Hey, don't ruin the romance of it. Though Karen's right, in a certain sense, reality is much harsher than these folktales would have you believe. Oh, much harsher than whatever happened in a folktale. Sounds like hell. Soup Bite Syndrome isn't so much a curse, it's a real disease from which people still suffer. Yeah, that's true. The girls' ancestors created the two families in this legend as a means of fighting this Soup Bite Syndrome. But now, the legend has largely been forgotten, and the framework they built to contain the disease is crumbling to pieces. I don't particularly mind if the story is made up. Whatever the age, people need a savior. I'll continue protecting the island in the tradition of the Grando name. It ain't worth saving. This island's done for. Maybe it is on the edge of extinction, but that's why it needs protecting. Those two are pretty much polar opposites. Oddly enough though, their views don't actually seem to be in conflict. That's probably because they both feel the same way deep down. They both lament this island decline, just like their namesake in the legend. Alright, I'll get it. I'll do something about it too, in the name of Sensenkai Setsuna. Your role is to go sleep in a block of ice till the end of time. Besides, if Setsuna-san hadn't made that one mistake, nobody would have needed curse. But that wasn't a mistake. but if Karen hadn't fallen for me, Rin and I would have been able to live happily ever after. I ain't falling for anyone. Reality can be cruel. Things never work out quite as well as they do in fairy tales. Shit, yo, that's a sign! That is a sign! That's what happened today, in a nutshell. I take a deep breath, having reviewed my account of the day's event in something of a frenzy. For some reason, these long monologues get really exhausting. I wish she'd at least indicate that she was listening, though. But I want some shaved ice, too. That's your takeaway from this? Titanic helping. I wouldn't recommend that. It really gave me a bad stomach. Bring Kwon her dinner. I decided to tell her about my day. Hey, Kwon. There's something I'd like to ask the woman who named her daughter Rinne. I need to talk to you about something important. Will you open the door? Dude, no response. It looks like I have to pay my trump card. Oh no. Don't worry, it's no longer light outside. The sun has already sunk beneath the waves and the hallway is shrouded in darkness. Wow, night owl, eh? The wooden door creaks open very slowly, and out comes Kwon, every inch of skin covered up. Yeah, how does he know what he's afraid of? You really need to ask. Anyone would be guessed after hearing that story. At first, I thought you'd shut yourself away like this because of how much this island's past weighed on you, and there must be some truth in that as well. But the real reason is much simpler. You have soup bite syndrome, don't you? Oh shit! I didn't even think of that. Oh man. Kwon stares at her feet and pulls the hood further over her face. Is it progressive? Maybe I'm being too nosy. I'd assume that the disease is in its final stages, judging from her lifestyle. There's no point talking about it. Wow, why would you lock yourself in when your only daughter is like... Oh, come on, man. I don't know. But if I knew my mom had a disease, bro, I'd wanna like spend the rest of my time with her. What the hell? I heard that there haven't been any serious cases in recent years. Who told you that? Yeah, oh shit, Grando Sara. Well, she's still a child. Yeah, that's what I figured. There's no way a disease with obvious cause or cure would simply vanish like that. There have indeed been fewer cases than there were in the past, but lots of people still suffer from it. Yo, that sounds tragic. They rarely go outside though, so they're not exactly conspicuous. I'm fairly certain that's not all there is to it. Something more troubling must be going on behind the scenes to convince people that this disease belongs to the past. Damn, dude. Soup bite syndrome is a punishment for the sins certain islanders committed in the past. But what the why don't they just leave the island? I don't know, man. The couple loved each other despite the fact that their love was taboo. Can that really be considered a sin? Hell yeah, man. Their sins still haven't been forgiven. And can this really be considered their punishment? If so, then it's unnecessarily cruel. Or did they do something else, something worse to warrant this? I think they did. We're just gonna find out later. I think we're gonna get a flashback. Like a real flashback. I don't think we'll ever be forgiven. Yesterday I promised Kwon that I'd save this island. Along with everyone I've met here. And now I've made painfully aware of my own ignorance. Shit, yo. Will I really be able to save even one of them all by myself? How about Rinne? Rinne bears the name of the very figure who, according to legend, received that cruel sentence. Does it follow that she shoulders her namesake's punishment? She sleeps during the day and takes her walks in the middle of the night. She never takes off her hat. That's a good deal of circumstantial evidence. Oh shit, dude, this guy is really catching up. And she refused to come out with us to the tea house because she didn't want to go in the sun. That'd make complete sense. I don't think so though. I think there's a little bit more. Having said that, I haven't seen any dark patches on her skin. At least not yet. She's fine. Yeah, I thought so. I heave a deep sigh of relief when Kwon denies my suspicions outright. But it's short-lived. The next moment, I'm struck by another strain of unease. Why is she that way then? The truth is that she is ill. Oh man, I fucking knew it, dude. And the name of her disease, fear. Fear. She doesn't go outside because she's so afraid of soup bite syndrome. What the fuck, dude? I would have left the island a long time ago. I'd be like, yo, I'm not catching this disease. What? Okay. Maybe that's inevitable. Sure. I have a hard time looking at that old woman's face myself. And it must be even worse for Rinne, given that disease apparently runs in the family. Damn, dude. Maybe Quan chooses to wear her hood inside the house so as not to frighten Rinna any further. Oh fuck you, that's pretty fucking. That's so depressing, dude. Like Rinna, like when she can't even look at her own mom, dude. That's fucked. I don't know about you, man, but I feel so sorry for the poor child. Our mansion may be relatively large, but it's a little more than a dollhouse compared to the rest of the island. Holy fuck. And that's before you even consider the rest of the world beyond this island. A single teardrop trickles out from underneath her hood and is absorbed into the carpet. I'm destined to die someday. Wow, what the hell is getting heavy? And when I do, she'll be... Oh shit, dude. Will she carry on living in this mansion all by herself? Forever fearful and alone? Dude, what the hell? This is fucked. Maybe this fear is another punishment that's been bestowed on the islanders. But to be punished for something you're not remotely guilty of, that's more like a curse. Damn. Yeah, Rinna is cursed. Setsuna-san, will you save her? I need to make a choice. I'm far from perfect, but there's no way I can save everyone and everything. There has to be something that even I can do. Yeah. Wait. Always save, man. Always save. We got another choice right here. And you already know what the fuck we're saying right here. She saved me. Now it's my turn to save her. Yeah, you can count on me. That's why I'm here. I don't feel a moment's hesitation. I still don't know the true reason why I came to this island. But I'm sure I'd have the same decision even if I hadn't lost all my memories. I still would have met Rinna and learned of her situation. I can't really imagine anything being more important than this. I wouldn't abandon her for anything. The question is, will she accept me? Will I be good enough for her? Damn, dude, I think this goes a little bit deeper now. You'll be fine. I mean, she's... Coin smiles gently. She's been waiting for you, Setsuna-san. I'm driven to a sudden thought. Oh, if there really is such a thing as destiny, then maybe it was Rinna who called me to this island. Alright, I'll take your word for it. Can I put my trust in you as well, Setsuna-san? Yeah, I'll keep protecting Rinna. I promise. Shit. I'm sure it'll be an uphill battle. And maybe some days I'll regret the choice I made here today. But the passage of time is relative. My vigil won't last nearly as long as that of the Setsuna of legend who ended up freezing himself and wait for his beloved. It'll be a few decades at most. And that's sure to pass by in a flash if I dedicate myself to this one purpose. Oh my god. A human life is but a fleeting moment in time. If time really is without end, our lives span only the briefest of instances. But that's why we're able to cope with sadness and pain. And surely in the final reckoning, happiness awaits us. It's the only thing that people are able to give each other. Shit, dude. Let's talk a little about the future. Oh, I'm about to go deep in this again, dude. Okay. Oh, we gotta make sure it's not bad. Once upon a time, there lived a young man named Setsuna. He was in love with a girl called Rinna, but they belonged to very different worlds. Rinna was a princess, and the king didn't approve of the relationship. He got angry and turned Rinna into a frog. And that was the beginning of Setsuna's big adventure. Isn't it the other way around? I tried changing it up a little, but the story is pretty much unrecognizable at this point. Though I can't exactly tell the island's legends as is, with good reason. How should I wind this up? To be continued next time in episode 2, Arrival appears. What the fuck? The little princess sat directly in front of me, sulks puffing out her rosy cheeks. It's over. Tell me how the rest goes. I'm so confused. It's far too long a story to tell in one sitting. The saga of Setsuna and Rinna is an epic 3-parter. I don't really get it, but okay. It's weird though. The little princess tilts her head to the side in confusion. Those are mommy and daddy's names. What? I'm glad you noticed. The Setsuna in the story is in fact daddy. What? But wasn't the story from long ago? She's getting smart. She used to believe anything and everything I said, but recently she's been taking after her mom. Daddy's over 100 years old, you know. Wouldn't that make you my grampy? Well, I guess. But Mama said she was 17. Does she really think people are still going to buy that? I mean, so we're 17. Just don't think about it too much, okay? I don't really get it, but alright. Come on, let's head home. Mommy's waiting for us. I take my little princess by the hand, and in that moment, an old memory flashes up. What's wrong, Daddy? It's nothing. What? What? I'm so confused. How many years has it been? How many years since the day I met her on this very beach? I was about to be banished from the island and she gave me a home. When I was about to lose sight of my goal, she gave me a new purpose in life. We became family. After which she gifted me with a new life, this little bundle of joy, my most precious treasure, the thing which now gives meaning to my life. Daddy, are you crying? No, I just got some wasabi in my eye. What the That sounds painful. That sounds hella painful. Time really does fly by. Rena still spends most of her days holed up inside the mansion. I'm still there at her side supporting her. However, many little things we must have gone through in the past, I really don't remember them anymore. And I think that's for the better. What's important is the future, not the past. I'm sure that in another 10, 20 years, I'll still be whiling away my days here in peace and continuing to protect these small blessings I found. Has that mark always been there? No, it just showed up. Have you shown it to mommy? Not yet. I see. No use flying into a panic right off the bat. Whatever regrets I may end with, it's not like I can turn back time. From now on, how about you take your baths with Daddy? Don't pout at me like that. Don't you like Daddy? Yes, I do. Do you love me? Yeah. On the other side of this, happiness still awaits. Even today, that's what I believe. I'm sure of it. No flipping way. What? What? What the what? I didn't get any sort of explanation. Okay, wait, I'll be right back. Hold up. 設定ね。デフォルトで十分でしょ。 something I must figure out. Okay, so that's an ending. That's such a weird ending, bro. I need to... Is there a way for me to look at the flow charts? Oh, okay. There is. I didn't even unlock anything on here. Okay, good to know. How was that a bad end? I am so confused. This game will take like a long while, man. I tell you. That wasn't even a bad end at all, but whatever. Maybe I'm just trying to escape the weight of my responsibilities. But at the moment, I really don't have the power to do anything else. I still don't know what I can do to help Brynner. Whatever it is, I'm not ready for it. I promise to go to the beach with Karin and Sarah tomorrow. It'd be easy enough for me to claim I'll grant Kuan's wish, but to say so would be meaningless. Okay. Kuan, I like this island. It's a bit hot, but both the ocean and the skies above are quite stunning, and it's wonderfully verdant. It really is a paradise. You think so? Kuan's voice has always been soft, but now it's scarcely audible. So I was thinking of inviting Brynner too. She doesn't actually have sleep light syndrome, does she? So it should be fine to take her outside. Setsuna-san, what do you... I don't know. I still don't know how I can best help her. But there has to be something I could do right now. Perhaps Brynner was cursed by a witch in the past, but that curse was cast on the Brynner of the past, not the Brynner I know. And even if the island is still festering under the witch's curse, slowly but surely its effects are being consigned to history. Brynner's generation doesn't have to live out their lives in fear of it. And if that fear constitutes a new curse, it's something they have to overcome. I should be able to give them a push in the right direction. Yes, that may very well save her. Okay, so the previous ending wasn't really... was just staying with her, but you never really solved the problem. Please take her out to the world outside, into the light. And let her enjoy the beauty of it, as I can't. Yeah, you can count on me. This must be why I'm here. I'm sure there's a reason why I wash up on this island of all places. The question is, how do I convince her to come along with us to the beach? Plan A is just to invite her straight up, but considering what happened the other day, I reckon my chances are slim. If I screw up twice without having first won her affection, I'm sure it'll lead to a bad ending. I should probably come with an alternative. Let me give you a piece of advice as a resident shut-in specialist. Is that something to be proud of? As Brynner's mother, though, Kuan must know her better than anyone. I guess it is worth listening to any advice she got. Just make a bunch of noise outside. If it were me, I'd probably go and check what the fuss is all about. Isn't that pretty much the oldest trick in the book? How about having a barbecue on the beach, for instance? Or maybe you could dance around naked. Do you think that's a bad idea? Not necessarily. That can be plan B. I just have to come up with a plan C. There's no point trying to force her outside. My only option is to first rid of her fear somehow. Why is she so afraid of sleep light syndrome? I mean, it is a pretty terrifying disease, but Karin and Sarah don't seem to have any problem interacting with the sufferers. Why are they okay with it and not Brynner? Maybe because she's Brynner. I'm just wondering why she's so scared of sleep light syndrome. According to the legend, the first person to fall ill was a girl named Brynner. And after death, this Brynner was prophesied to return one day. I think Plan C is starting to take shape. No, wait a minute. Saquon, you mentioned yesterday that lots of folktales are actually about time travel. Are this island's legends the same? Waiting for Rene to be reincarnated, Setsuna entered a long sleep encased in ice. In one sense, he was traveling into the future. Yes, but why you bring that up? According to legend, Setsuna will wake up again when Rene is reborn into this world. Does that mean that Rene and I are... That can make Plan C a little tricky. What? Why does she sound so disappointed? No, I'm just putting it on hold. What? I prefer for Plan A to succeed so I can just get this over with, but... Oh my god. No. Anyways, let's see. I wanna save here, but I can't remember. Fuck it, we'll save it there. No. It's shut down in record time. Why would I want to go swimming in the sea? That sounds exhausting. Come on, don't be like that. A little exercise is good for you. What? Are you saying I'm fat? Of course not, but don't you think it's kind of a waste never making proper use of that magnificent private beach? It's not all that great. It hasn't been cleaned in years. It's the ocean. There's nothing to clean. Yeah, you did hurt your foot in a piece of trash yesterday. If no one goes on there, who else is littering? Alright. It's hardly the nicest place to take a swim. But... Please, take this man away. Are you sure you don't want to catch all of us in our bathing suits? Well, I can't exactly deny that. If you want to go for a swim, why don't you just take the other girls? But Rene, I want to go with you. I'm not going. Oh my god. Highness can be pretty stubborn sometimes. I guess I've got no choice but to shoot for Plan C. But that's... Hey, Rene. If you... Oh my god, if you want to carry on playing the lonely little princess of the night, I have no right to stop you. But if you want something else, if you want to change however slightly, then I will. I told you. I already have everything I could ever wish for, and it's right here. Sure. I can tell that you're trying to be considerate, and I really appreciate it. But I'm happy with things the way they are. Sure. Sure you are. She sounds as if she's trying to convince herself of that. That's what I'm saying. Even I can tell, and I'm just reading it. She doesn't go to school, nor does she hang out with the new friends she's made, though they're all the same age. She spends all their time holed up in a mansion. These nightly walks seem her one pleasure in life. It's fine, this is my destiny. Wow. BS. Destiny, it's that word again. If I don't talk her out of it, sometime soon she'll allow that so-called destiny to take over completely. That's what I want to avoid at all costs. Hey, Rene. I have to do this, even if it ends up hurting her. Even if it means losing my home. I'm not the Setsuna you're looking for. Dude. Rene stiffens, or at least it looks that way to me. Who told you? Oh, wow. There's a weirdness to her tone. It seems that hunch of mine wasn't misplaced. Karan-san and Kwon each told me part of the story, and the reaction of yours just confirmed my suspicions. Yikes! The reason why Rin is so terrified is through Light Syndrome. The reason why she's been so kind to me. All the answers are to be found in the legend of this island. Damn, dude, this is really picked up. You just said that she was looking for something. That's why she goes on those walks. And she said she said that she'd already found what she was looking for. When she said that, she was facing me. Rina must assume that I'm the Setsuna of the legend. Damn, or more accurately, that's what she wants to believe. The fact that she's still walking the beach to this day proves that she's not entirely certain of it herself. I may be Senzenkai Setsuna, but that's the name you gave me. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm nothing but an imposter. I know that. Shit, yo. No, you don't. And the same goes for you. You're not the winner of the legend. Of legend? Sorry, that didn't come alright. Of course it could be true. I'm not going to deny that. But I can say for certain that you're not a reincarnation of anybody. She was born on this island, and she happens to be called Rina. Yes. Unfortunately, the burden of that name is simply too great for a young girl to bear. She's being held back by it and its association with that old folktale. Without realizing, she's ended up identifying with the Rina from the story. That's why she's so afraid of soup light syndrome. That's why she can't go out during the day. And these nighttime walks were all that was left for her. Eventually, she started going to the beach every single night in search of a certain young man, Setsuna, the man predicted to deliver Rina from her curse. Of course, it wasn't like she was ever going to find him. That was delusional on her part. And yet, she didn't find him. At least she found a random amnesiac, whom she was able to shape into the Setsuna she desired. Someone who'd already been silly enough to say that he'd traveled through time. Our meeting wasn't in any way predestined. She claims that she has everything she wants, but that's nonsense. It's just the flimsiest little fantasy. Rina looks down at her feet. I can't see her expression. Damn, bro. But that's the truth. That's reality, as bitter and forgiving as it gets. Says it. If you don't face up to reality, you'll never be able to move forward. Hey, Rina, there's no need for you to be scared of soup light syndrome. There's no need for you to show any kind of special treatment either. I'm just me. I'm a regular guy, and you're you. Nobody else. Rina doesn't answer. Her gaze remains fixed on the ground, and her shoulders begin shaking. Remember what you said to me? You invited me to go searching for what I lost. And we'll just have to go searching for what you lost as well, for what you've forgotten. She's not the Rina of legend, she's a normal girl, an ordinary inhabitant of this island. I'll help you as much as you need. I'm not acting the part of Setsuna, the fictional hero. I just want to help her out as a regular guy living in the present. You don't... What's that? Shh. You don't know anything. Shh. You don't even know who you are yourself. Where do you get off telling me who I'm supposed to be? Tears are running down her cheeks. She's overflowing with sadness and resentment. She feels like she's been betrayed. Nah, man. This is part of reality, bro. You gotta... It's harsh. Couldn't you at least kept up the fantasy a little? Couldn't you have at least been a bit nicer to me? I was nice to you, wasn't I? Yeah, but that wouldn't be real. You're right. You're not the one I was looking for. I'm not expecting a thing from you. Rina hastily wipes away her tears and turns towards the mansion. I never expected anything from you to begin with. And with that parting shot, she dashes off, leaving me all alone on the beach. My left cheek throbs painfully. Did I do something wrong? Dude, I would have dodged that so quick. But whatever. Was that the right decision? That's what I'm thinking. Even if I were able to turn back time, I don't think I'd ever find the answer to that. Shh. Rina, there's only one thing I'm certain of. Nobody knows who they really are, even if they think they do. It's no easy thing finding your true self, whatever that means. That goes for me as well, of course. Shit, oh my god. Some shit went down. I had another strange dream. Let me see. I had another strange dream. A girl was stood there crying beneath a starless cold black sky. Why didn't you believe me? There was a man there too, and she was accusing him of something. He remained silent, but it was only too obvious that he was the cause of her tears. Was it all just a lie? Why was she angry with him? It's impossible to survive this bitter reality without sometimes telling a white lie or two. People's hearts are fragile things. Besides, who is it that decided lying is wrong? Who even has the right to make that decision? Setsuna, you've always... Oh. You've always been the only one for me. Sorry I'm late, Setsuna. Let's get started. What happened to your face? Karen takes a step back the moment she lays eyes on me. I suppose the bruise hasn't faded yet. Rina slapped me. What'd you do to her? Nothing. I just invited her along to the beach with us. I don't have the willpower to go over the entire story. I worked through the morning, an empty husk of the man. Before I knew it, noon has already arrived. I haven't seen Renee since last night. She was probably holed up in her room. To be honest, I'm kind of glad about that. I wouldn't know what to say if I ran into her. You look awful though, and I ain't just talking about the bruise. You sure you haven't skipped forward 10 years? I didn't get much sleep. I can't help but lie awake mulling it over, however pointless that was. And then I paid the price by having that weird dream this morning. Do you know how to write a resignation letter? Oh shit, hey man, are you really okay? You're acting even weirder than usual. In any case, today's trip to the beach is cancelled. Sorry about that. Seriously? I'm already wearing my swimsuit underneath my clothes. Is she a little kid? Damn bro, Karin has so much more personality as a character. Just way better, a way better girl than anyone else here, but we always gotta go for the main one. I mean, that's how it works. I'm sorry. Oh well, I'll go change into my work clothes. Actually, I'll go have a taco dinner first. Hey, I think it's best if you don't. She's gone before I can stop her. I can't keep avoiding her forever though, I suppose. We're living under the same roof. I'm bound to run into her at some point, whether I want to or not. It's better to set things straight as soon as possible. Though it's pretty pathetic that I'm even caring to do it. Oh my god, about 5 minutes later. Damn it, this outfit's so hot and stuffy. Karen returns wearing her maid uniform. I'm guessing it didn't go very well. How is she doing? She didn't respond at all. Guess she could be asleep. Maybe she's ignoring us. She did eat her breakfast. Jeez, I bet you wanted it something pervy, didn't ya? She glares at me disgustedly. Ordinarily, I'd have checked, but I just don't feel like it today. And Karen's unusually quick to drop the subject. Maybe she senses how I feel. You have to go looking so gloomy. It's making it hard to get things done. She paws me in the chest. This is pathetic. Even Karen's worried about me now. What would I usually do at a time like this? Oh yeah, didn't you say you're wearing a swimsuit? You still have it on under your maid outfit? Yeah, look. Karen playfully flips up her skirt. A bikini bottom underneath a pretty little skirt. It's quite the sight. You're pretty easygoing when it comes to stuff like this, aren't ya? What do you mean? It's just a swimsuit. How is that different from your regular underwear? Underwear isn't meant to be seen by others. I guess it's true. My usual wit is nowhere to be found today. Come on, brother, you're lacking. I normally have a comeback teed up to make Karen blush from ear to ear. The guy does that on purpose. Wow. People just find that annoying, to be honest. So what are we doing with the rest of the day? Good question. Our usual chores are mostly done. We should probably go and ask Renee for instructions, but that would be awkward right now. Is there anything we still need to do? Oh, yesterday Renee said, oh wow. Look, a hermit crab. When I pick it up, the animal withdraws into its shell, sticking out its claws in an attempt to threaten me. Its legs are pretty big, like a regular crab. What is this mutant? Hey, turn around. What are you playing around for, Setsuna? Karen is calling at me, trash bag in hand. And why do we have to clean the beach anyway? We just said that we can't swim here because the beach hasn't been cleaned in years. I'm sure it was just an excuse, but there's some truth to it too. Yeah, it's pretty filthy. I guess all this trash washes up here with the tide. Karen's bag is chock full of driftwood, plastic bags, and empty cans. So what do you got there? Probably sure the hermit crab. Oh, go to hell. Don't you think that's a bit mean? Just though a guy didn't do anything wrong. I ain't talking to the crab. What'd I do? All you're doing is messing around. I don't see you working. You're trash, just like all the crap in here. Holy fuck. It's really stink for some reason. Okay. Okay, man. Okay. Ain't that a land hermit crab? A land hermit crab. They live in wooded areas close to the sea. They're actually a protected species, you know. Oh shit, bro. Don't pick that up. What? Cha-ching. Selling them is illegal, just so you know. Oh, that's a shame. I actually would have thought the same thing. It's a like endangered species. They usually come out onto the beach at this night. What's this doing here? Baby's lost. Okay, Karen and I walk over to the forest and release the hermit crab. Go back where you belong, little guy. It disappears into the shade of the trees, wiggling its many legs. Jeez, you're about to die from dehydration out there, you know? Phew, that's a good deed for the day. How about you get some work done? Holy fuck, dude. This girl's just on my ass about work. I'm not just messing around. I was taking a little break, that's all. I point at the trash bag I left on the beach. The southern half of the beach, which I've been in charge of, is almost totally free of litter. Holy fuck. Seriously though, it's crazy hot. I'm not sure I can stand this much longer. We just have to get rid of the bags and then we're done. We can shower when we get back. It's early afternoon. The sun's at its peak. Fam, they've only been working for like a couple of hours. I'm already hot in my t-shirt and shorts. Karen must be absolutely sweltering in that getup. Yeah, let's do that. Whoa, 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 whoa. After standing in the shade for a while, however, I really don't feel like going back out into the scorching beach again. We exchange glances, silently imploring the other to go and pick up the trash. However, this struggle continues until a child in a swimsuit walks across the beach towards the ocean. Oh my god. She's wearing a rubber ring around her waist. She looks all ready to play. Not a care in the world. Yeah, I'm kinda jealous. What's a little kid doing in a place like this all by herself? Actually, she looks sort of familiar. Oh my god, isn't that Sarah? I want to speak to this. I don't want to look at her fucking body, dude. What's this all about then? What the hell? Sarah, dressed only in her swimsuit, squints up at me and Karen. Sorry, we forgot to tell you. Do you have a death wish? It seems that Sarah came over to Venice quite unaware that her beach trip hasn't been cancelled. Wait, did you walk all the way here in your swimsuit? Wow, what the hell? Yes, I faded my swim ring at home too. They sure are carefree out here in the country. A whole lot, what the hell? If today's cancelled though, I'll just head off home. Sarah stoops her shoulders and lets out a little sigh. I feel kinda guilty now. Bro, just jump in the water, it's not that serious. Alright, I'm gonna go for a swim. Karen suddenly starts stripping off her maid uniform right in front of me. Hey, Karen. And in the blink of an eye... Wow. Okay. What's up? She changed into her bathing suit. Oh, right. I've forgotten that she was wearing it under her maid uniform. Come on, you two. Let's go. With that, Karen immediately runs off towards the beach. She doesn't even do any warming up first. And then she throws herself into the surf with a loud splash. Ooh, feels great. Whatever. They really are carefree out here in the country. Wait, I'm one of them now too. Alright, I'm going for it too. I strip off my shirt and toss it aside before lowering my shorts. Okay. Sarah covers her face with the palms of her hands, though her fingers are suspiciously far apart and she's obviously peeping at my boxers. Aren't you going to wear swimming trunks? Not like I have the option. I don't own any. This is indecent exposure. That's rich, coming from someone who sits around in her swimsuit in public without an iota of shame. Yoda. Sarah's intense stare makes me extremely self-conscious, so I decide to pull my shorts back up. But I'd never have thought you look forward to this so much though. She did seem to have lots of fun catching bugs yesterday. Maybe she likes playing around rather more than her calm adult demeanor would suggest. That's actually kinda cute. Stop it, dude. Red light. Don't say that shit. No, I just came over because I heard there'd be grilled corn available. I take it back. True, you often got vendors selling stuff like that at the beach, but you do know this is private land. Oh, weren't you going to grill some for us, Satsuna-san? What has Karen been promising her? Or was that a lie? Oh no, she looks like she could burst into tears at any moment. Alright, I'll go and ask Goran if you can borrow the barbecue. Just give me a moment. When will I get a chance to go for a swim? Okay. So, shit, I'm really melting out here. Drops of sweat are trickling down my forehead and dripping off my chin, only to be absorbed into the sand at my feet. Despite the fierce temperature today, I've somehow wound up half naked on the beach, wielding a pair of spatulas. The heat from the grill is practically scalding my face. Hey Karen, so it's always ready. The corn's coming along nicely too, so it's about time you both made your way back here. Oh, feels bad, man. Calling out to the girls who are off playing in the water, I turn the corn over and give it another coating of sauce. Whoops, mustn't forget the fandom. There. Whoa, that almost looks like the real thing. Yeah, if you want stuff grilled properly, you gotta have charcoal. Did they have electronic grills in 1999? I can hardly wait. This is pretty hard work though. I guess I don't mind as long as they're happy. What the fuck? This is gross. Really? I guess it takes more than just charcoal to cook up a storm. But who cares? That's just how beach food should taste. Oh my god, dude. I swear beach food's expensive too. I don't know, man. I think it is. I'm not sure about that. Let's just watch out. The corn's burning. Whoa, whoops. I pick up a cob with a pair of tongs, and once it's cool enough, I hand it to Sarah. Be careful not to burn yourself. What? That's fucking black. I swear that corn is like black. Look at it. I warned you. Okay, chill with the breathing. The two girls happily stuffed their faces. It's well worth breaking a sweat to be greeted by those smiles. What are you gawking at? Oh my god, chill out, fam. How you eat this much but not be any taller? I don't think I was. Okay, chill. Okay, anyways, it looks like I can finally take a break. I can actually go for a swim. Setsuna, I'd like some okonomiyaki next. Setsuna-san, please be careful to not burn the next cob. Just give me a break. Sheesh. I headed up to here with this heat. Squid, I'm taking off my clothes. I grab my shorts and yank them down in one go. Right, time for me to defile your dear mother ocean. Don't come over here. Stay back. Let's make some unforgettable summer memories together. No. This guy, yo, where's the police? The police, man. Hey, keep it down. I turn towards the voice. I come out here to see what all the fuss is about, but what the heck are you doing in my yard? We're just having a barbecue, and I look myself over, dancing around naked. Whatever, just put on some clothes. Sure. I really don't know what just happened, but it seems like Plan B actually succeeded. A unpredicted event. Here, I grilled some corn. It's a bit burnt, but do you fancy one? No thanks. Although Rena has actually made an appearance, she doesn't seem to be here to play with Karen and Sarah. She's just standing there with a scowl on her face, grasping her parasol tightly in her both hands. I thought she might be hungry, but she didn't want the corn I offered her. It's more than a bit burnt, but I doubt that's why she wouldn't take it. She just doesn't want to let go of her parasol. I'll gladly take it. Oh my god. Sarah reaches out with both hands. Seriously, watch where you're drooling. Out of here. I start winding up. Fetch! Oh my god. The club of corn arcs through the air before landing upright in the sand. Oh, how could you? Sarah runs off after it, kind of like a dog. Having fun, Setsuna. Yeah, but it'd be more fun if you joined us. I'm not like you lot. Rena looks down at your feet, kicks at the sand. Her movements are slight enough that her ankles remain in the shade. Setsuna-san, you're so mean. This one's already been eaten. Sarah comes back, clutching the spent cob. Of course, I wouldn't go wasting good food like that. You switched them. Where is the real one? Oh, this grilled corn's pretty good, actually. Oh man, I hadn't noticed Karen sliding over, but now she's back there stuffing her face. What can I say? You should have kept an eye on it. Because you and your family for a generation to come. Oh no, Karen. Bad news for our kids and grandkids. Don't try dragging me into this. If you don't hurry and grill some more, I really will curse you. Okay. Another peaceful summer's day. It's like episode 5. Beach babes barbecue. They are not babes, they are underage, my sir. However, I feel like things have turned out a little differently to how I hoped. I'm not sure I'm not the only one who feels that way. Let's go, Sarah. We'll leave Setsuna to do the cooking. Setsuna-san, please exercise the utmost care to make sure they don't burn this time. The two make their excuses and leave. I think they're trying to give us some time alone. Yeah, perhaps they did help to lighten the mood a little though. Does it still hurt? I wonder. I delicately touch my left cheek. In truth, the pain's already faded. But I just can't forget Mina's expression when she slapped me the other night. You don't have to zoom in on it, we can see it clearly from here. I'm sorry for that, I was acting immature. Understandable, you're 17. No, I should have considered your feelings before saying something, so it's fine. You weren't wrong in what you said. Mina grips the handle of her parasol tighter. I guess her fear of sunlight remains just as strong. It must have taken all the courage she had to come out here, and she did that simply to talk to me. You're right, the one I've been searching for all this time. It's Setsuna. I feel a throbbing in my chest. The name that crosses her lips refers not to me, but to someone else entirely. I know you're not him, or at least I've been trying to convince myself of that. But at some point, she started wishing I was Setsuna. She found herself believing a lie. I understand only too well, because things are exactly the same for me. I can't tell right from left. I have no idea who I am. In my loneliness and unease, I often get myself worked up and knocked out like a little kid. Sometimes I hate myself for it. It must get annoying after all. You're you and nobody else. I'd be so glad if the lie turned out to be true though. Life would be so much easier if it could just tell me who I am. But I can't keep clinging to that naive dream forever. No, I'm grateful to you. Thanks to you, I've been able to build a life for myself here. When I woke up on the beach, I was like a newborn. I didn't know a thing. But I've learned a lot over the past few days, and now I can see many possible futures in line for me. Are you going to leave the island? I think everyone else here should be leaving the island. That may be a possibility. The world is wider than this one island. Maybe. It'd be nice to forget everything again and set out a new journey for self-discovery. But... whoa. You only have one option. This is weird. Should I save here? Look, I don't want to risk anything, to be honest. I don't think I have a choice. Find myself here on the island. I feel like I've really come a long way. I gotta touch the bathroom again. Okay, we gotta get this going. What's the food chart looking like? Thinking back, I was probably trying to escape. I was trying to escape from the knowledge of who I actually am, trying to escape from my mission. And this is where I finally washed up. I won't run anymore. If I try escaping, I'll only end up repeating history. I need to put an end to this. I want to try finding myself, my true self, here on the island. So please, can I stay a little longer? And can I call myself Setsuna? Oh my god. You're acting weird. You said the same thing when we first met. Perhaps that's true now that you mention it, but I meant it differently back then. To Rina, Setsuna is the Prince Charming of legend. That's not the sort of name a guy like me should be using. My answer remains the same. With a gentle laugh, Rina lets it slide. You're not going to be free though. Okay, tell me what you want. I want you to let me dream a little longer. Dude, I'm getting such iffy feelings. This is long, but whatever. It's a deal. I'll play her Prince Charming, and I'll let Rina go on acting the part of the princess. But only until you figured out who you really are. Oh, I feel like if we just started. This story has only just started. God damn it, dude. Until then, we can carry on dreaming. Okay, got it. I've got to discover who I truly am just as soon as I can. That's my mission. And that way, I can also set Rina free from this dream world of hers as soon as possible. Thanks. We're still stuck in that dream right now. That's okay, I reckon. As long as you're aware that you're dreaming, it's not like you're gonna wake up and start bawling. We all know that's probably gonna happen later. I have a feeling this guy is like a villain or something. Hey, Setsuna, Rina. Kinda comes back at the perfect moment. What's going on? You guys make up? We weren't fighting in the first place, were we? Nope. Rina and I exchanged looks. Damn! Why the fuck are they underage, dude? Like, I don't care, like, if it was like if it was a regular protagonist, I was like their age or whatever, but dude, the guy is like 20 something. Why should learn at me like that? Anyway, could you guys come here a sec? I saw something weird. What? You found something weird. Oh yeah. I'm tired. I think I'll head back soon. Sarah said she wanted you to come along too, man. Oh, when you pronounce him a little over. Setsuna, you can go in my stead. Yes, my lady. I can't go against the wishes of a princess. I'd really like to go for a swim sometime soon though. At my half-hearted nod, Renee starts back at the mansion, her parasol swaying with her every step. This deal of ours, it's pretty much a master slave contract, isn't it? Does that mean my position's here even lowlier than before? Oh my god, I really need to wake her up from this dream as soon as possible. Oh shit. Okay. Current takes me to the northernmost tip of the beach. The sand of the shores gives way to the rock. Hey Karen, how much further is it? Why, you scared? Shouldn't you try manning up a bit? Alayo! We continue stumbling uncertainly over the rocks until we're hemmed in by a steep cliff face to our right. The mansion is no longer visible in the distance. Will we be able to get back if we carry on any further? I'm again overcome with unease when... You're late, Setsuna-san. Sarah greets us, a dissatisfied look on her face. And behind her... What's that? A house, or rather, some kind of hut. The wood structure, its walls blackened by the salt wind, stands perched on a small plateau between the cliff and the rocky outcrop. By the looks of it, the place has been abandoned for a very long time. I found it. Sarah puffs out her eager chest and pride. When they have these moments, I just can't help but be like speechless because, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty red light. I'm gonna say red light, you know. Like it's pretty charming, but whatever. I see. This is what they want to show us. Seriously, these two are so childish. A responsible adult would probably take this opportunity to give them a firm scolding. Alright, let's make this our secret base. But there aren't any responsible adults around right now. Okay then, what's the password? Password? Come on, everyone knows that a proper secret base needs its own password. Yeah, I guess you're right. First of all, we have a slight problem, you two. As there's prompting, I take a look at the hut's entrance. There's a large padlock dangling from the door. I thought Rina-san might have the key. I see, so that's why she sent Karin to get us. Too bad, Rina already went back inside. Besides, even if you had the key, I'm not sure this old lock would budge. The padlock's incredibly rusty. It looks like it hasn't been opened in years, even decades. I guess we should go look for a back door, A mark appears to have been scratched into the wood right next to the door. This symbol, is it a shrine gate? We've checked all around the building, and this seems to be the only door. The place doesn't have any windows either. Let's just break in. The lock's so rusty. Smashing it ought to be a piece of cake. Wait a minute, we may get in trouble for that. Trouble? With who? Well, I wonder. Pretty sure it's abandoned. Nobody's gonna care. That doesn't make it okay. Is that gonna be a choice? I found the rock that's just the right size. Whoa. 1, 2... Hey, stop that. Sarah lifts the rock above her head, but I pin her arms behind her back before she can do anything. She's usually pretty well behaved, but her curiosity can get the better of her at times like these. You let go of me, I'm ticklish. Hey, stop flailing about. What? I leave my footing on the wet rock falling against Sora. Splash, and both of us topple into the ocean. I guess I've finally got my swim, though not quite the way I've chosen. This is awful. Yeah, you're totally fine. You're in your swimsuit. I take my shirt off, bring it out, and then throw it back on. Yeah, it's clinging to my back. They're soaking up all that seawater. My shorts are super heavy. If anything, we've learned just how dangerous it can be out here in the rocks. Let's head back. Well, we haven't had any fun yet. I'm curious about this hut. Me too, but look at that. I went back to the route that we took here. Heavy waves are beginning to wash over the rocky outcrop. Once the tide comes in, it may well be completely submerged. Appears we have no choice but to leave it for now. Yeah, but I don't want to spend the night out here. Though disgruntled, the two of them agreed to head back. I start walking along after them when something about the hut draws me back, and I turn and look at it again. What is this feeling? I lay a hand on the door. It's very strange, but I feel like I've seen this place before. That's when it happens. Oh. A chill runs up my spine and images begin flashing through my mind. Oh. A barren room about 14 square meters across. A musty child's bed, a wooden desk, a patched together chair, and a messy pile of books. Someone's asleep on the bed wrapped in a blanket. Oh crap, dude, if this is a fucking horror, I'd be scared as shit. I lied, no. What was that? What was that I just saw? What's wrong, Setsuna? Hurry up. Karen's voice drags me back to reality. It's just the moment I touched the door, I was able to see the interior of the hut in my mind. It's kind of like a child's bedroom. I tried touching the door once more, but this time all I feel is the cold of the timber. Was it just an illusion? What are you talking about now? We're gonna leave you behind, you know. Oh, sorry. I shake my head, trying to forget the images. But Sarah settles up to me and whispers what? No. I gotta learn how to say that. Conspiratorially, damn. It's a long ass word. Claire, what was that? It's a form of extrasensory perception, or what some people might call X-ray vision. X-ray vision, the ability to see things that aren't actually in your line of vision, like inside boxes or through walls. Yeah, we know. No, I don't think so. It was more like, in fact, I'm fairly certain of it. Someone was there. Oh. The hut's been abandoned for ages. The padlock can't have been opened in years. There's no way that somebody could be inside. Holy crap, dude, this girl knows everything. Maybe it's psychometry. Psychometry is the ability to see an object or a place's history simply by touching it. Even I didn't know that was the actual term. No way do I have those sort of powers. This is the stuff of fantasy. Am I really in a position to go around dismissing things on that basis? That's innocent. You're a time traveler, are you not? travel, yeah. Okay. Psychometry is very similar to time travel. Huh? You're temporarily traveling back to the past using a particular object or place as a kind of conduit. That's what psychometry is, right, in theory. If time travel is about going back to the past, psychometry is a way of seeing the past. They're two of a kind. Yeah. Well, why did it just happen out of nowhere like that? Perhaps you're gaining some kind of innate power. Or maybe it's something you've always had, but you're only now remembering how to use it. In other words, maybe your memory's coming back. My memory's coming back. Oh man, shit's getting so juicy. No. Hold on a sec. I still haven't remembered a thing. Is that really true? Maybe things are coming back to you on a subconscious level, but the memories haven't started surfacing properly yet. Another maybe. Everything Sarah says is speculative. There's no evidence to suggest that any of it is true. What are you talking about? Time traveling. Psycho, whatchamacallit. You must have been seeing things. Come on, let's go back. Karen has a point. Under normal circumstances, you'd assume it's just a trick of the mind. However, that's innocent. Are you afraid of learning more about yourself? Can't exactly deny that. Well, after those threats of yours, all I can do is make light of the situation. But it's true. I really am terrified that my life might fall apart. My life together with Karen, Sarah, and Renee. It's been peaceful here on the island, surrounded by the three of them. And I've gotten more comfortable with it than I'd intended. At some point, I simply got lost in the everyday. And I just swore to Renee that I'd find myself here on the island. What or who am I, really? Snap back to reality. Oh, the gold gravity. Karen stubbornly insists that I've got to have been born in this age. Sarah believes my story about how I'm coming to from the future without a shadow of a doubt. And Renee, she just wants to believe that I'm the Setsuna from the age of legend here to save her. I'm thinking like it has something to do with all three of the girls I've met here on the island have their own ideas of who I am, but I'm yet to find any answers of my own. Or maybe not. I got 3 potential answers right here. I have a feeling it's gonna be none of that. It's gonna be one piece of everything mixed onto one, or it's like completely like off. I'm pretty sure these answers give us a hint, but dude, I don't know, man. Shit. I just haven't decided which of them represents my true self. Let's see. I can't believe they're making us choose. Oh, fuck. Nah, we're meant to save. But whatever. Future came here from the past. Came here from the past. When I look at it like this, perhaps I've been inside the hut before. And I was just having some kind of flashback. You've been here before. No, I don't think so. At least not in this age. But I came here from the past. I was just fuzzy on the details before because of the regret I felt. Because back in the past, I failed to save a certain girl. And now I'm left with the simple wish. I just want to be able to turn back time. That's how I got it stuck into my head that I travel here from the future. The reality of things, though, is exactly in line with the island's legend. So many choices, dude. Having said that, if this familiar hut still stands, the story can't have taken place all that long ago. Perhaps a few decades ago, a few centuries at most. Rina wasn't lying about the legend. I've come here from the past to see her again. Please let it be the right one. That's it, that's our destiny. That's the path we're supposed to follow. How long are you gonna keep up with that shit? We don't hurry, we're not gonna make it back. Dude, I love this girl. Spurred on by current scolding, I started walking. I head for the mansion where Rin is waiting. What do you plan on doing? Are you going to investigate the hut? There's no need for that. I'm already convinced. I'm Setsuna. Shh. I think I chose the wrong one. But I had to go. Usually in Roots you have to follow the one the girl is always following. Maybe. Maybe I'm the same as her. I just want to believe that it's true. No, I don't want to believe it's true, but it's kind of what I chose. Maybe I'm just living a pipe dream, satisfying myself with easy lies. What's wrong with that? Can't have you behaving so irresponsibly, Setsuna-san. You need to be more aware of the consequences of your actions. Sorry, you just want to believe that I'm from the future, don't you? Where's the shred of evidence for that? I don't know what's true, and I don't care either way. What really matters are the choices we make, what we wish for. I owe her for giving me a name and a home. She's still living in a dream world, but one day she'll have to wake up. Since we're Setsuna and Rinne though, wait, let me see. Please do not click the button. Okay, so the first choices are all the way back here. God damn, dude. Since we're Setsuna and Rinne though, I see. You've chosen Rinne-san, haven't you? I think I chose the right one, dude. The dialogue doesn't make it very clear. Yeah, that's right. But not just for her sake. I'm going to give this tragic love story a happy ending and set the island free from the legend that binds it. Are you planning to alter the future of the island? I don't think anything will change immediately. With time though, our story may grow into a new legend, at which point the island will be released from all those bitter memories, and the islanders will be able to move on towards a better future, brighter future. It's going to have its downsides too. If you two aren't able to live happily ever after, the legend will remain just as tragic as before, and an opportunity to save the island will be lost forever. Oh yeah. Or maybe in due time. That's why I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I won't waver. I won't doubt myself. Alright, it appears I've got no choice but to watch your every move then. To save the future, I'll have to. What the hell? You guys still talking about all this future nonsense? No. We're talking about how I'm going to support Setsuna-san and Rinne-san in their relationship. Wait, is that what this conversation was about? Wait, what relationship? Since when have you and Rinne been an item? We're not. At least not yet. Okay, chill out, dude. Well, if it ever happens, don't forget to tell me. Why would we have to? Cause then I can bring around a load of sea bream and shrimp for you, of course. Fucking bitch. Look at that again. Please don't let us down. I feel like I'm about to just... This route is about to be like walking on a spiky path. My god. Please don't let us down. I might be in for another cursing if I mess this up. That's the type of vibe I'm getting, man. Alright, just watch me. I'll win her over in the next 3 days. That's kinda creepy. That's hella creepy. You're the worst. I'm not sure I can do it in 2 days, but eventually I'll make it work. That's how the story of Setsuna and Rinne ought to end anyway. That makes it our destiny as well. That's right. I'll go and see Rinne as soon as we get back. I'll tell her that I'm Setsuna, and together we'll make this dream last forever. Please don't be bad, Aunt. Please don't be bad, Aunt. You cannot be serious. My fucking hell, man. Damn, I thought we finally had a lead, man. Where's my mouse? Fucking hell. Man, these routes are so hard. God damn. What do I say then? Should I just go with the first option? Whatever. I was born into this age. I feel really uneasy. It's like something inside me is questioning whether this is the right thing to do. While at first glance it may have seemed like the simplest option, it's actually the most challenging one by far. If I'm not wanted in the past or in the future, I really will cease to be anyone. I'll be just me, a powerless, worthless nobody. No, I'll be even less than that. Someone incapable of saving even a single girl, let alone the entire world. Is there even an option? You could come into yourself and take another dip. Does that mean that the people living in the island here in the island are all powerless, worthless nobodies too? Can I deny them? Can I deny these girls? Can I deny the here and now? Oh yeah, like what? Except the here and now, what? I came from the past. Oh. Fuck, I forgot to save. Okay. Why would they do that? Did I slip? I fucking slipped, dude. You cannot be serious right now. Okay, I clearly don't have any choice. I was born in this age. That's cool though. If it's blue, means you went to it before. At the summer, the sea, the sexy swimsuits. How many bad ends are there, bro? That's a lot. I turn and rush towards Karin. You can forget about the swimsuits. Okay, fine. I'll just have to make do with the tan lines from her school uniform. You're obsessed. Hey, out of my personal space, you're such a creep. Could sniff it. This guy's fucked. We get into a tussle and Sarah comes over just as Karin has me in a headlock. Oh man, she's really giving me the stink eye. Yeah, I know, you don't need to say it. In the end, I didn't have the courage to let it go. If I keep going on and on about the past and future, I'll lose what's right in front of me right now. Thank you. That's what I'm afraid of. But is there really anything wrong with that? You'd have to be a child ignorant of the ways of the world to continue running blindly ahead, heedless of danger. You can have the truly important things in life right here, right before your eyes, and still fail to see their worth. I don't want to realize what I've got only after it's gone, so I'm going to treasure what's in front of me right now. It's like every choice, the first choice is, I think, always a safe one. I don't know its value yet, but I'm sure that one day I will. One day. Okay then. We'll have a race to the opposite shore. Making this declaration as soon as we're back at the beach, Karin points to the horizon. What shore? I follow her finger, but I can't see anything out there. The ocean stretches on as far as the eye can see, and is interrupted only by the offshore platform bobbing on the horizon. Over on the mainland, obviously. Hold it right there. How many kilometers is that? This girl's fucked. I'm guessing around 100. Do you know how long that would take? I'm guessing around an hour. Oh my god. She's telling me to swim 100 kilometers in an hour. Let's do a little math here. How long does it take you to swim 25 meters? A little over 15 seconds, I think. Oh man, this guy's about to hit him with the knowledge. Okay. So let's say 15 seconds then. So at this speed, how long would it take for you to swim 100 kilometers? I wasn't even following. Wait, I can figure this out. Hold up. 25 meters, 15 seconds. Yeah, like 2 hours. No. It take a minute for you to cover 100 meters. So multiply that by 1,000. I forgot my conversion. Shit, it was not that serious though. It'll take a minute for you to cover 100 meters, so multiply that by 1,000 and you get 16 hours and 40 minutes. Look, Sarah can work it out and she's younger than you. Shut it. You always have to be so precise about everything. And you're always miles off. 16 hours and 40 minutes, huh? Karen's mother is gazing out beyond the horizon. It seems she's finally grasped the magnitude of the undertaking. Is that all? She obviously got an idea. It's not getting through to her. I've got to do something quickly. I'm just saying you'd be swimming at top speed without any brakes, and then there are the waves. It's impossible, basically. Oh my god, stubborn. Nothing's impossible. Just where does she get this drive from? I know I've decided to accept the here and now, but that doesn't mean acting without any regard for the consequences. You'll never get anywhere with that kind of tunnel vision. I'm pretty unnerved by the way Karen's continuing to stare out into the distance, and with such a grim look on her face. It's as though she might dive into the sea and swim off at any moment. Don't do it. I wonder if the mainland is really out there in the first place. Oh shit. We've always been taught that it's right across the sea, but I've never seen it with my own eyes. In other words, are you telling me that you two have never been to the mainland? Sarah glances at Karen, who returns a look, then turns away. Nope. What if we never left the island? What if the world consists only of this one island? What if beyond the horizon there's nothing but ocean? We're just joking, said Smith. Please don't take it so seriously. I just want to get you back for your constant teasing of Karen. Jeez, don't scare me like that. But what if? What if she's not joking? What if the existence of the mainland is nothing more than a lie perpetrated by the adults of the inland? Island, not the inland. How would you even know? Oh man, I won't laugh at Karen. My horizons are narrower than anyone's. I'm the most ignorant of the ways of the world. Alright, I got it. Reaching the mainland may be out of the question, but nothing wrong with spinning your wheels once in a while. First one to reach, that's the winner. That? You mean the offshore platform? Sounds fun, but the thing's being dismantled. We're not allowed near it. What? You think a couple of rules some old folks decided are enough to tie me down? I have to accept the present. I first need to get to know it. For that, I have to forge on ahead, even if I'm just going in circles, even if I'm just spinning my wheels. This guy's retarded as fuck. Guys like me don't have a choice. And if it's off limits, doesn't that mean no one's using it? We'll have free run of the place. You have a point. The grim look disappears from Karen's face. It's no more than 3 kilometers on the coast. So according to your previous calculations, we should be able to make it there in 30 minutes. Easy peasy. What the hell? Okay, loser buys ice cream for everyone. Before I know it, Karen has dived into the water. Hey, that's cheating. Well, I'm just giving her a head start as well. There's no way I'm going to lose to a kid. I'll set off at my own pace after doing some warm-up exercises and all. And thus, the curtain rise on the inaugural Urashima Swimming Championships. Shh. Water in my mouth. This noble soul is headed straight for Davy Jones's locker. Blah 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 blah. What the fuck? Don't tell me this is another bad end. It's said that all life on Earth is born of Mother Ocean. If that's true, maybe I'm simply about to die while wrapped in a mother's embrace. That wouldn't be so bad. Wow, I'm dying. I'm legit dying over here. I can call yourself a man. I grasped for dear life at the arm that suddenly appeared before me and raised my head to see. Oh God, my Lord and Savior. Totally hopeless. I'm saved. You feeling better yet? Yeah, I'm fine now. You saved my life, Karen. It's a bit over the top. You just swallowed a little seawater. No, you mustn't underestimate little old H2O. I mean, just recently I read in a paper about some kid on the mainland who got washed away in the river and died. If it weren't for Karen, that could have been me in tomorrow's edition. Don't tell me. You can't swim. Now my leg's just cramping up. Guess I'm a bit out of shape. Plus, you don't have much body fat on you, so you probably don't float so well. She pads on my arm. Looking at this objectively, it is kind of pathetic. Star has already shown herself to be a dreadful swimmer and is currently amusing herself back on the beach. In other words, right now it's just me and Karen out in the middle of the vast ocean, which means, can I hold you a bit longer until my leg's feeling better? No, don't do that. I can be as shameless as I like. Fine, but only for a bit, you heard? I rest there for a while, clinging to Karen's slim arms. Nevertheless, what's up? Even with me clinging to her like this, she looks completely unfazed and just continues treading water. Before, I hadn't been able to catch up to her, even when I was chasing after her at full speed. Is clearing 25 meters in 15 seconds actually pretty decent? Just normal, ain't it? Though I always was the fastest girl in class. Nah, no way that's normal. Are you on the swim team? You think I have time for stuff like sports club? So this is all just natural ability. You're actually a pretty awesome swimmer. Or you're just slow. Even Sarah's got you beat with her doggy battle. But you see, I don't have proper swimmer, and I got caught in this weird current. Excuses are for losers. God, if we took this dry land, I'd leave everyone in the dust like a regular Usain Bolt. How would they know who Usain Bolt is? I thought they're 1999. So, what do you want to do? Other question? I look on the island to the offshore platform, right in the middle of them. Karen could reach the platform easily with her swimming prowess. With her stamina, it pains me to admit it, but you won. I'm still gonna make it to the finish line though. I may be a terminal loser, but I thought my pride is a man. And there's no way I'm gonna keep being made a fool of. That's what I wanna hear, okay? Let's take it slow, yeah? Shit. We set off again at leisurely breaststroke headed for the platform. Yeah, even I can make it at this pace. If I were to pace myself from the start, I could probably go as far as I liked. I mean, it's not like anything's barring my way, right? It's hardly like scaling some mountainous landscape. All I need is strength and determination. It might even be possible to actually reach the mainland. My mind wanders as I take in Karen's profile. Karen and I chatter idly as we continue swimming. At last, our destination, which had been first nothing but a dot on the horizon, looms in front of us. Oh shit, so this is the offshore platform. To be honest, I'd been imagining something more like a fancy raft, but it's huge. But the mainlanders did come all the way out here to build it. They must have poured money into this thing that we'll see in a lifetime. What's this even for? Seems like a valid question to me. After all, it's such an obvious mismatch for this tiny island. Surely no one would go out of the way to build something like this without a good reason. No clue, they abandoned it back when I was a kid, so how should I know? Actually, I think Rina said something about them searching for Ryugujo. Oh, like the place in the folktale. Yeah, that's what I heard. Don't be ridiculous, that's just an old wives' tale, ain't it? But if they're really searching for Ryugujo, did they abandon the platform because they couldn't find it? Or, hey, if you're so sure about it, why don't we make a bet? Okay, if I win, I get a date. Okay. I see this guy. A date? Fine then. Oh, you sure seem confident. Because there's no way that's true. She's probably right. There's no way Ryugujo is sitting at the bottom of the sea. There's even less chance that Karen will ever go on a date with me. So what did they build this thing for? We're gonna go find out anyway. Karen's eyes are sparkling like a kid with a brand new toy. In fact, isn't this the same look she got when she was talking about escaping the island? Yeah, I guess we are. It may not actually be Karen's situation at home, or the still traditions of the island that are driving her out into the wider world. This thing was erected right here before our eyes. It brought some trace of the distant mainland within easy reach, and so she couldn't help but stretch out her hand towards it. Maybe it's as simple as that. In which case, what's my role here? This is the secret lair of an evil organization that's plotting to take over the world, no doubt about it. Onwards, Private Karen. It's our mission to destroy them. What are you, a kid? I'm sure I'm not imagining the undertone of genuine happiness in Karen's voice as she makes fun of me. Yeah! When we're about 10 meters from one of the columns supporting the structure, I switch to the dolphin kick technique and lurch ahead full throttle. Observe. This magnificent form will put even Kitachima Kosuke to shame. Touchdown. I win. Such a baby. Didn't you admit earlier that you'd already lost? Oh, do I hear someone behind me whining? This guy knows how to play. It's only when you acknowledge defeat that you can truly win. That don't begin to make sense. Brian quickly catches up to me and touches the side of the column. Beat it. It's only the barest whisper, but I still catch it. But alas, I've already planted my flag here. This is my territory. Enjoy the moment, idiot. Ah, said an amphibious assault. That's not fair. You look so dumb. What's that? We'll see who's the dumb one. But Karana dives underwater to avoid my splash attack. Gotcha. I'll send you to the bottom of the ocean. Take that and that. Whoa. While still performing a scissors throw, she wraps her leg around mine. Ah, what are you? How is she so nimble in the water? Holy fuck, Karen, why do you do this to me? Okay. Karen lets go of me, then lays on her back and starts drifting along on the waves. What's so funny, damn it? We've actually made it. I am going to end it here. Made a hell of a lot of progress. I am proud. Till next time, peeps.